Hi, I'm Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. I wanted to share with you my knitting and did I do any crocheting? No, just knitting that I've done over the past 2 months. I haven't had a lot done. It's been a very busy and a little crazy summer, but I did get some done. And the first item I want to share with you was a hat that I had showed you the last time. And I was right here on that purple line where that little pin is. When I showed it to you last time. This is what I'm calling my purple leaf hat. It's the same pattern that I did in my sweater that I did down the sleeves. I had a lot left over, so I made a little matching hat, and it's just using the same pattern, like a little eyelet leaf all around, and then I cinched it in at the top after I took it down to get rid of the spaces in between, but then I just cinched it in and did a little pom-pom at the top out of the solid and the mixed color. So the yarn that I used was Deborah Norville soft worsted in aubergine and lilac ridge. And it has a little bit of a slouch to it. Not much. It's more of a fitted hat. But there's the pattern on it. And I used US 5 and which is a 3.75 millimeter, and a US 8, which is a 5.0 millimeter. And that's the hat with the pom-pom on the back. So that was my first finished item. My second one was a new start and a finish. And I'm just calling this my navy blue double rib brim hat. And it's the Premier yarn, the Deborah Norville Everyday Worsted in a navy. And the needles that I used were a US 6 or a 4.0 millimeter. And I just, it's another just a made up hat. I just cast on, I think, um, I'll add this in on my blog, what I did to make this hat and also what I did to make the other hat. And because my husband likes to roll his hats up after he puts them on. So that's why I made the long, it's like a 5-inch ribbing, just a 2x2 ribbing, and to fold it up, and then it's just knit, and then the a fast decrease when I got to the top, so it's fits very well. I didn't notice I had the string to the finishing strings to put in. And the way that I did it, so he can roll the hat up a little bit or a lot. It depends on what he feels like flipping it up to. So that's it right there. He likes it. He said I wanted the double ribbing over at the ears, so it covers his ears up really well. Okay, that's my last finish. Uh, I have two items that I'm working on. The first one is a pair of footy socks, and they're made out of the Windsor Yarns Allegro and the Slate Minstrel colorway, and I'm using a US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. It was that the yarn that I got, the Allegro, and it is 93% acrylic, 7%, I think that's this polyamide. Because I wanted some summer socks, just the little footy ones. And I don't know, I've never had trouble with this yarn. It's like it's taken me so long to do because when the sock has the wool in it, it really slides back and forth. Even when I did some, they were acrylic and nylon sock. They slid real well. These don't want to slide very well. So it's really taken an effort to do these. And I'm just going to settle down and just get them done so I can get them off the needles because they're real pretty. The fabric that they're making is really pretty socks. The last time on this one, I had just did the little ribbing and the heel. So now I have that much down the foot. I have that much down the foot to go that I have done. I have about another 2 inches, I think, and then I can do the toe. And I do my socks too at the same time. So I have this one done. The last time, only thing I had done on this one, I had cast it on. So I have the ribbing done. I have the heel in, and I have about 2 inches down the foot done. So after I get like about another inch or so on the other sock, I'll put that one away and pick this one up to get it to the same spot that that one's on. I love the socks. They feel nice, but they don't want to slip and slide on my needles, and it's really hard to knit these. I've never had that with any yarn that I've used before. So I don't know what it is. I love the coloring of these socks. I love how they're coming out, but I just don't like, I don't know. I just don't like that yarn. But that's where I am on those two. And the last thing that I've been working on is also a new, it's a new start. And I'm calling this my blue jean sweater because it looks like the material's blue jean. And the yarn that I'm using is, oh, those socks are just another made up. I did so much of a ribbing. I did like a couple rows of knit stitch. Then I did the fish lips kiss heel, and then I'm working down the foot. It's all just a little short vanilla, little footy socks. And this one is, I'm calling this my blue jean sweater from Knit Picks. It is the Knits for Everybody sweater. And I'm doing the one in the worsted weight. I started and stopped. I started, pulled out, started, pulled out this 3 times trying to figure out the neckline, how to do it, because it's one that the neck is higher in the back than it is in the front. I wanted to see how it looked when I put the because you knit it and then you put your the ribbing around your neck in, and see when he has it on and it's stretched out, it doesn't roll like it's rolling right now. But when he's tried it on, and it's stretched out on his neck and everything, it's not rolled. But I couldn't get it the way that they wanted it. I couldn't get the sleeve pattern, regular sleeve the way that they had it. So I just slugged it. I used their numbers to get it started. I did some adjustments in it, and I did the rag the raglan sleeve the way that it's done in the tin can knits sweaters that I have made. The tin can knits flax sweater. So I just did my raglan sleeve that way, and this is what I have done so far. I have the collar in. The sleeves are on holders, and I'm working down the body. And what I did was I have the large, I'm using my interchangeable needles, and I put on the adapter to add in an extra cording. And then I've just done increases down each side until I got it to fit the way I wanted it to fit on him, and it fit good. And then I stopped my increases right there. So the numbers aren't exactly what their numbers are supposed to be, but I have it right here. I have a little bit more to go, and then I'll put the ribbing in the bottom, and then I'll pick up to do the sleeves. It looks really nice on him, but that's what I have so far. And that's my last whip that I'm working on. I want to get this done and get the socks done, and then I'll start on something new. And now for some goodies. Up until the last couple of weeks, I hadn't purchased anything. I was doing really good. And then our Walmarts got in the Mandela. That we had got some in, and I was able to get 2 balls um, when they got it in by mistake. And I asked the lady, and she said she wouldn't be getting any in. That was several months ago. But now they carry it. So I was able to pick some up. And what I have now is a lot of Mandela. So I have Mandela, and this is the spirit color. It's with the blues and grays. And I want to make a throw for my living room sofa. So I have 6 balls of this that I'm going to use to make one. So that should give me plenty. And then the other ones, I just bought 2 balls each so that I know if I wanted to make something, I should have enough to use it. The Mandela is 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, or 590 yards and 540 meters, and it's 100% acrylic. So the other color I got 2 unicorns. It's pinks and grays and white. There you go. It looks a little better. I got 2 of those. And then I have 2 of these, which is the Sphinx. There you go. See, it's blues, browns, golds, and gray. Then I have 2 of these, which is the Genie, and it's like green and grays and off-white. There you go. That's good like that. I don't know if that one, yeah. Okay, this one was the Sphinx. And this one was the Spirit. Let's see. There you go. Okay. And that's all the Mandela I have. That's enough. Then I went to Michael's because I saw that they had the Karen baby cakes. So I wanted to try some of that. And I went in and these were on clearance. These were $2.49. And they are, oh, the Mandela is a size 3 yarn. And the Karen baby cakes is a size 4 worsted weight, 82% acrylic and 18% nylon, 3.5 ounce or 100 grams. And I got 2 of the fresh air. It's like baby green and baby blue and white. There you go. So I have 2 of those. And then they had also clearanced was the Karen cotton cakes. These are by Yarnspiration, and they are 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, approximately 211 yards or 193 meters. This is a size 4 worsted weight, and it is boho floral. It's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. And I have 2 of these. It's like yellow and tans and peach and blues and green. So I have 2 of those. And then for another project that I'm going to be starting, I need for my little girl that I take care of. Um, I needed a size. I don't know which one I needed. I think I needed the Q hook. So when I was at Walmart's, I picked up, it's a USP and USQ hook. I'm going to make her a little Afghan. I'm going to be starting that when I finish the my husband's sweater. So I needed that to do that. And while I was at Walmart's, I was looking for some kind of a bag because when I had went to a store that we have near us called Ryers, is where we get our shoes from. It's over in Newcastle. I think it's Newcastle. No, it's in Sharon. Sorry. It's over in Sharon, PA. And they had this bag. I loved it, but I could not pay that much for a bag that I just wanted to throw some yarn bags in to have when I go somewhere. So I kept thinking and thinking, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to give in and go get that bag that I saw. And I was in Walmart's one day, and I saw this bag right here. It has the like the brown, I think it's probably pleather trimming, and it has the bottom. So if it sits on the floor, you know, I can wipe it off. And it has a big zipper here. And it has not only longer straps, but it also has the shoulder strap too. And it has a zippered pocket on the inside, and it has some little pouch pockets on that other side like that. And I love the cupcakes on it. So I had wanted a bag like when we go somewhere that I can put like several projects that I want to throw in there, and then I still have the nice big strap to go over my shoulder. Excuse me. I still have the nice long strap, you know, this one that I can throw over my shoulder, and I can even put like my I usually have a small crossbody bag that I carry my wallet in it and just my keys. So if I wanted to, that can go in there, and then I can strap this over, or I can just have my little bag and have this. And this was on clearance at Walmart's for only 11 bucks. big price difference than the one that I saw over at Ryers. And I love it. And it was holding all that yarn. So it's nice and big that I can put everything in. Now I can put my projects in it. And I like it because it does stand up too. So those were my projects that I'm working on. And I'll come back and show you some future projects. Hopefully by the time I record again, I'll have some new things started, because right now I only have 2 things on the needle. So I'm trying to get his sweater out of the way, and I'm gonna force myself to get those socks done so I can get some more enjoyable socks on the needle. But those are my upcoming things. A blanket for a little girl that I'm gonna make. Um, oh, I forgot one more thing I had bought. I forgot one more yarn. This was new yarn that they got in at Joanne at Michael's, and it's called Karen Big Cakes by Yarnspiration. And this is 100% acrylic, 10.5 ounces or 300 grams, and it's approximately 603 yards. And it was $9.99, and I used a Joann's 50% coupon on it, so I got it for $5. I'm going to go back and get another ones to make sure that I have enough, because I wanted to make my husband a vest. And this is like almost truly blue jeany colors, different shades of jean colors. And those are the things that I want to work on. I want to work on a blanket for the little girl. I want to work on a vest for my husband and another pair of socks. And that's all that I have to share with you today. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye.